Hey boys and girls, it's Miss Lauber, and today we'll be reviewing our Lesson 9 Problems at an Exit Ticket. We are still working with our arrays, and we are finding the related multiplication facts by adding and subtracting equal groups. So I'm going to go ahead and review question number 1 and question number 2 for you all today. So that only leaves you question 3, question 4, and 5 for your problem set today. So question 1 says, the team organizes soccer balls into 2 rows of 5. So that's the team. The coach adds 3 rows of 5 of soccer balls. Complete the equation to describe the total array. So 2 rows of 5, look at our picture, that this is the team. So here's the team's picture. Because there's 2 rows that have 5 soccer balls in each. And then down here is the coaches. Because there's 3 rows of 5 soccer balls. So it says complete the equations to describe the total array. All right, so for part A, we have 5 plus 5 in parentheses, and then we have plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 and some more parentheses. So you can see here that we have 5 plus 5, which is the team, because they have 5 and 5, so 5 plus 5. And then this will be the coaches. There's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5. So 5, 5, and 5. So all together, how many soccer balls do we have? You can count each ball individually, or you can skip count by 5. I'm going to skip count by 5s. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We have 25 soccer balls. Okay? Now we're moving on to part B. So again, we have the team first. We have 2 5s. Remember, 2 is the number of rows. We have 2 rows of 5. 2 rows with 5 soccer balls. So we can see here that we are missing the coach. How many rows does the coach have? He has 1, 2, 3. So 3 rows of 5s. 3 rows with 5 soccer balls equals how many rows all together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 rows of 5 soccer balls. 5 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with 5 soccer balls in each row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and the last part, part C, we need our multiplication sentence here. All right, so this number here is the number of rows all together. So whole picture. So how many rows do I have all together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 rows. This number here is the number in each row. Number in each row. I have 5 balls in each row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how many balls do I have all together? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. There are 5 rows all together, team and the coach. So there's 5 rows with 5 balls in each row, and there's 25 soccer balls all together. Okay? We're going to move down to question number 2. Question number 2 is this whole section right here. So we have a multiplication sentence here. It says 7 times 2 with some different sections for our picture. Okay, so we have 7 times 2, which means we have 7 rows with 2 objects in each row. So 7 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, with 2 objects in each row. 1, 2. Okay, we're going to look at just the top portion right here. You can see that it has a little squiggly line here, so we're only looking at the top section, which reads 5 times 2. 5 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, of 2 objects. And how many circles do we have up top? You can tell that there's also a slight color difference. You have dark gray and light gray. But up top, 5 times 2 equals how many circles altogether? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's 10. Okay, on the bottom we have 2 rows, 1, 2 with 2 objects. 1, 2. So how many do we have all together in the bottom? 2, 4. Okay? So now we're going to move into this box. You're going to take your addition, you're going to take your multiplication answers for the top and bottom, and you're going to add them together. So you see we have 10 and 10, and now we have 4 plus 4. So what is 10 plus 4? That would give you the total number of circles all together. So you can count up. You can do 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, or you can count all of the circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have 14 circles all together. Now, the last part down here is going to be a multiplication sentence. Remember that the first number here for our multiplication sentence is going to be our number of rows. So this number is number of rows. So how many rows do I have up here in my picture? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 rows that have 2 circles in each row, which equals 14 circles all together. So 10 plus 4 and 7 times 2 both equal 14, okay? And then you would go up here and you would put your answer at the very top. 7 times 2 equals 14. 7 times 2 equals 14. You would complete question 3 the same exact way with the top portion and the bottom portion. Then you would take your answers for your subtraction. So purple goes to purple and blue goes to blue. And then you would figure out your multiplication answer. Moving on to the back of your problem set. Oh man, I bled through a lot. I'm sorry, guys. Question 4. You would have Matthew, who organizes his baseball cards into 4 rows of 3. So it's given to you. Draw an array that represents Matthew's cards using X's. So you're going to draw an array, and your picture is going to be X's. Not circles, not squares, but this time it'll be X's. Okay? So draw 4 rows of 3 using X's for part A. Part B, you would have to write an equation, solve the equation to find Matthew's total number of cards. So the equation is given to you here, and your array will help you find this answer. You're going to find a total. Count the number of X's. How many baseball cards does Matthew organize? Okay. Now for number 5, it says Matthew adds 2 more rows. So leave some space up here. You're going to add 2 more rows to your picture, and this time you're going to be using circles. So your picture for part A will be X's, and you'll add some more to your picture using circles, very similar to what we did in yesterday's problem set. So for part A, you would write the new multiplication, For part A, you would write the multiplication equation that represents only the circles that you added, okay? Just the circles. For part B, you would add the totals. You would add your total from the X's and the total from the circles. So you're going to do X's plus circles for this part. And then for part C, you would write the multiplication equation, okay? If you get stuck with this question, question 5, it's very similar to what we're doing in part 2 and part 3, okay? Now for your exit ticket today, this is what it looks like, okay? It says, Miss Stern roast cloves of garlic, and here's your picture here. She places 10 rows of 2, which is your picture right here, of cloves on a baking sheet. You would have to write your multiplication sentence that matches this picture, okay? Write the multiplication that matches this picture. For part 2, it says, when the garlic is roasted, Miss Stern uses some for the recipe. We don't know how much she uses. She uses some garlic. There are 2 rows of 2 garlic cloves left, okay? There's 2 rows, 1, 2, of 2 left. This is what's left over. You have to fill in this part of the equation here. I need the total number of rows. The total number of rows. How many rows do you have all together? take away how many rows did she use, and then how many rows are left. Okay? And then for part C, you would write an equation to describe the number of garlic cloves Miss Stern uses. All right, boys and girls, this was a review over Lesson 9 problem set and exit ticket today, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.